When people hear the story of Zamzam water, they either believe in it wholeheartedly or dismiss it as nothing but a myth. In China, a well-known professor named Liu Wei was among the loudest critics. To him, Zamzam was just ordinary water, exaggerated by religious tradition. But what he never expected was that his own mission to expose this myth would drown him in a truth he could never deny. Professor Liu Wei stood before his students, projecting an image of an ancient well on the screen. With a sharp gaze, he declared, "Zamzam. They say this water never runs dry, even though millions drink it every year. For me, this is nothing but an old legend, completely irrational." The room filled with quiet laughter. He was, after all, one of China's most respected experts in hydrology. But then a student asked, "Sir, what if it's true?" Wei slammed the desk. "If it's true, I'll prove it myself." Science must expose superstition. That day he issued a public challenge, writing articles, posting online, even releasing a short video. "I will prove that Zamzam water is no different than ordinary groundwater." Some praised him as a hero. Others warned him, "Be careful. Challenging miracles is no easy task." Weeks later, an email arrived. A global water research foundation offered to sponsor his journey to Mecca. On one condition: he must publish his findings publicly. Wei didn't hesitate. This was the golden opportunity. But as a non-Muslim, access to the Zamzam source required strict approval. After long negotiations, he was granted permission, as an observer. At Shanghai airport, ticket in hand, a strange thought crossed his mind. What if I'm wrong? He shook it off. Mecca is just a field experiment, he told himself. When he landed in Saudi Arabia, the desert heat hit him instantly. Carrying his lab kit, sterile bottles, pH meters, conductivity devices, even a pocket microscope, he made his way to the holy city of Mecca.
There he stood, surrounded by marble, watching thousands of pilgrims in white robes, their faces glowing with faith. "This is strange," he whispered. Under supervision, Wei filled a sterile bottle from the Zamzam taps inside Masjid al-Haram. No pumps, no modern pipes, just a simple faucet. He smirked. Let's see what this so-called miracle really is. Within minutes, he recorded readings, but when he placed a drop under his microscope, he froze. The crystalline patterns of Zamzam water were far more ordered and symmetrical than anything he had studied. He forced a smile. The lab will explain everything. But the bottle felt heavier in his hand. Back in his hotel, he worked all night. Charts and graphs filled his laptop. What he found left him speechless. The molecular structure of Zamzam remained stable under extreme temperatures. Its mineral balance stayed constant, almost as if governed by an unchanging law. Even when boiled, the minerals refused to separate, breaking the rules of chemistry itself. Wei muttered, "Impossible. This doesn't make sense." For the first time, he felt fear, not of failure but of truth. Lying on his bed, he whispered, "What if the myth I wanted to destroy is the miracle I was meant to find?" The next evening, he sat near the Kaaba, watching thousands circle in prayer. In his pocket was the bottle that shattered his pride. He opened it, let drops fall on his fingers, and whispered, "If this is truly a miracle, show me I am wrong." He drank, and when the call to prayer echoed, his heart trembled. Tears streamed down, not because he lost a debate, but because he found something no formula could ever disprove.
At dawn, he returned to the taps. This time, not as a skeptic scientist, but as a humble seeker. He cupped the water, drank slowly, and moments later, in a quiet room inside the mosque, he whispered the words that changed his life. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa Allah, wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasul Allah. His tears soaked the very notes where he once planned